Alrighty, y'all, I'm in Lincoln, Vermont, and this is the part of the property of the Lincoln Historical Society Museum. Is there a name for this barn? It's just called the barn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
the Old English Barn.
The Old English Barn. Beautiful barn, isn't it? So, before we go in, these pieces over here on the right of the barn, do we know anything what they were, perchance? Because it looks, oh, it's a saw.
It's a saw, and it has a special name, and I can't think of it at the moment.
I'll have to look it up.
But it was horse-powered.
Okay. Oh, that explains this sort of board right here, which looks like it would have had maybe straps on it. Okay. Oh, a drag saw. Is that what it is? There's a picture here.
Yes, there is. Okay, good. Yes.
I'm so glad I don't have to look anything up, and I never would have guessed drag saw. And here we have, oops. So this saw went up and down to cut. This is not a circular saw. So,
I don't know a lot about it.
let's see. It would have, I guess it would have sawn like a saw. Like if your hand doing it. I have to look that up. So, and horse-powered.
Yes.
Do we know how that worked? More importantly, do you know how it worked? Because I have to look it up.
Other than, I think we have a picture of it. I think we have a picture of it in our book. But no, I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know enough about it.
Fair enough.
I know that they do demonstrations of the drag saw, and they have one at the Addison County Field Days in August.
Oh, maybe that was Middlebury. I've driven by like some grounds, but it was Middlebury Fair grounds. Huh. Nifty. Alrighty. It's funny. I have filmed it's at least four treadmill, so animal powered on a treadmill, which apparently churned butter. And this is the first time I've seen a horse version of that a concept. So, pretty darn good. All right, now we're walking into this fabulous barn, and we just turn around and show you they have a ramp leading up into it. There's a small step here. So, all right. Oh,
Good for you.
wow! Look at this. Oh, wow! The Worthen Barn in Grand Isle has this kind of thing on their walls too. The types of tools and all that, and the tools hanging like against it. It's only the second time I've ever seen this. It's very cool. Which I have discovered practically everything is cool. So are these implements that have been used in Lincoln?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. City gal here. I don't know what most of these things are for. But is there a way to step closer?
Plows,
These are plows. Okay.
and then
Saws,
next
you
group
can
is
see.
grindstones.
Okay. So that disc on the ground in front of the museum, is that like a millstone?
Grist
Yes.
mills?
Grist-
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Scales. So this would be human powered, right? Because of the handles here? Or horse? Oh.
Well, the horse pulled and the person behind.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And that's
Scales.
the scales, and then this bucket, that's for maple syrup? No? Maybe
It
not?
says pie filling.
I feel
It does say pie filling on there.
it's a wooden bucket. I don't know.
as much sacrilegious as it may be, I don't like maple syrup. So
No,
I don't.
you can't be a Vermonter.
I've only been here 46 years. I'm not a Vermonter.
46 years!
Well, when my mother and I moved here in '77, there was a huge thing in Vermont about you can't claim to be a Vermonter if you weren't born here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still the thing, but it was a big thing back then.
Yeah.
And although I've been here 46 years, I've never ever said I'm from Vermont.
No.
When someone asks, I say I live in Vermont.
I live in.
I live in Vermont.
I'm not from
I'm not
here.
from Vermont, right?
Well, you can't be a Lincolnite unless you were born.
That's
I
right.
moved to Lincoln when I was 3 years old,
And you're not from here.
and I'm not from.
And we stick to these, yeah, but 3 years old. Good Lord.
3.
See, I didn't realize that was actually a saw. I thought that was a drawing of a saw. So, wow, very cool. So, any idea what that? Some sort of fuel, maybe? Milk?
No, I don't think it was milk. I think it was maybe some kind of fuel.
Just some sort of fuel. All right. These are grindstones. Thankfully, not only did our tour guides know that, but there's a sign there too. This is a horsepower jack. Wow. So this house, or this building anyway, in front, general store? Or
Yes,
someone's,
it was.
it was a general store.
It's
See-
not the general store, but it was a general store.
Okay.
It's now a garage.
Oh, wow. Like fixing cars sort of garage?
No,
No.
just
Just a
residential parking garage.
Oh, wow. That's a bit of a shame. So before I forget, and for my viewers' benefit, you have this display. Is it currently in the library? The general store one? So that will be up through November if you're in the Lincoln area, if you are curious the way I am. They have a display on the general store. That's what his name was, the general store?
Yeah, the
Lincoln.
general store, the current general store.
the Lincoln General Store. Yeah.
Okay.
And the store is open today.
It's still open. Wow. I don't want to say very cool again, but it's very cool, isn't it? Wow. So up through, so the library's open all winter long,
Yes.
and are they open every day?
No, they're open Monday from 2 to 6, Tuesday from 10 to 4, Wednesday from 10 to 6, Thursday they're closed, Friday from 10 to 4, Saturday from 10 to 1.
That's a lot of hours
They have strange hours,
Yeah,
but
well,
you go on
their
Lincoln-
website.
Yeah, on the website.
Yeah.
And find the hours, but that's their hours.
That's very good. I'm impressed.
I volunteered there too.
Oh, okay. Because I don't think I could tell you my library's hours off the top of my head.
Well,
So, kudos. Oh, a flail. I have to say, the only time I've heard of a flail was when I visited the King Tut exhibit in California, and they had a flail because one of the gods used a flail. Are you as strained as I? That's just funny. So definitely a farm implement. Flail. I may flail around myself, but I've never used a flail. Corn planter, and they're both corn planters right here. Put the light on again so you can see them better. a hold heater. Huh. And then down here, this says General Electric refrigerating machine. I'm guessing this goes with this whole unit down below it.
Or icebox.
Oh, an icebox. You know, we called it that for years, although it didn't take, it never, I mean, ours didn't have ice, but my grandmother's did.
Yeah.
And this is a washing machine, right? Yes. Maytag washer. 1958. Wow. So you would wring the clothes on that thing, and on the wringer, and wow. My grandmother had a wringer washer, and when she was wringing the clothes, her arm got through it.
Yes.
Oh, that had to hurt. I mean,
Pretty common to put your fingers through it.
yeah, yeah. Oh, milk separator. Okay. Pretty neat stuff. And that's a cream separator. Remember Mom talking about they'd have the milk delivered to the door, and the cream would be on the top.
Yep.
And she said she'd like to be there first, because she was one of 9 kids. She was one of the 2 youngest, because the 2 youngest were born 10 years after the others. Oopsie babies, I think. But she talked about she'd like to be there first, so she could get the cream. So, yeah. Wow. Wow, so many neat things. Is this another one of those sap? Well, maybe not, because that just reminds me of it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No.
No? Wow. And Coca-Cola crates.
The window that's hanging here
Uh-huh.
is from out of either the Methodist or Baptist church.
It's
I'm not sure
Methodist.
which. Is it Methodist?
Wow.
Before the glass windows were put in,
The stained glass.
the stained glass
Oh.
windows.
Oh, wow. Wow. So voting booth storage plan. Oh. So just so you know, for my viewers, you can see many of the photographs I'm photographing here on Instagram and Facebook. They post before the video goes live.
Now, one of the things I think is really interesting is that back wall.
Mm-hmm.
Those are clapboards from various mills that were in town, and they're stamped.
The names of the
Wow.
mills on there.
And they're all gone, right? The mills
Yes,
are all
they're
gone? Wow. So did they burn? They just go out of business?
They got flooded, they went out of
flooded.
business, they burned, yeah, just a variety of things.
Because they were right on the New Haven River, right? Just
Some
about.
of them were on the New Haven River, some of them were on the Meadow
Brook Meadow?
Beaver Meadow.
Beaver Meadow, yes.
Beaver Meadow. Meadows.
Wow.
Yes.
Thanks for Beaver Meadows.
It's funny, I drove by the sign that said that too, and
Did you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but then I said Brook just now, so
Yeah.
it didn't stick in the brain. Wow. So as I said, the names that are stamped on here are the names of the companies that produced them. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So was that on purpose, or was this just someone who had put this together because they thought it was interesting?
Oh, we did it for,
Yeah, we did it for display purposes.
yeah.
Okay.
We had the collection of clapboards, and there are so many different mills that existed here.
Wow, this is amazing. They look like different wood as well.
mostly hardwood.
Oh, wow. Okay. Really amazing. This one up here says John L. Selden, Superintendent of Schools, New Haven, Vermont. That's amazing.
It just happened to be
Yeah,
the one that
there is an explanation there. Yeah.
It's still very interesting, even if it's a oopsie moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really great. Up here we have a sign that says all day grand opening, Saturday, May 30. Join us for breakfast. 7:30 to 11, $4 adult, $2 child. When would that have been, you think? 80s, 90s?
I think probably the 80s.
Okay.
They were earning money for this place.
Yeah, the food price, or the price anyway, it just seems like it's the 80s or so. And look at this. Wow.
Press.
It's a press. Okay. Wow. Wow. Ooh, a hand press. You'd have to have a lot of strength, I would think, to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's one thing from that back then. You were either strong or you found out you weren't. Wow. All right, and turning around here. Oops. Wow. Wow. Oh, you have a vehicle. Buckboard?
wagon. And
Wagon.
then you see this hanging.
Oh, I did see that. Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a wagon here. That's amazing. Milk can on top. And, oh, a coffee can, too. There you go. Wow. So with the, is this separate? Oh, yeah, it's a separate implement. This right in front of us here.
Harrow.
It's what?
A harrow.
Harrow.
I don't know why it's called that, but it's, see the discs?
Yes. Huh. I think it'd be harrowing to be on it. Maybe that's why it's called harrow.
Yeah, I would think.
A wagon jack.
Yes.
What would that be used for, do you know? Am I going to be conducting a bunch of research when I get home?
The various notches were if you were trying to jack up a wagon, you would move it from one notch to another notch to another notch. That's all I know.
Wow, like a car jack, except it's a wagon
Yeah.
jack.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. A hay wagon. So they put bales of hay on this wagon? Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Okay. It's always amazing to me. I just, just always amazed by these things. Ooh. Now, what is that thing way back there? With the big wheels, it's all rusty?
I don't know.
Then there's two of us. So, but it's got this long
One tongue.
tongue attached to the front, and
Springs.
yes, springs.
I don't know what it was.
Trying to determine if that would have been horse-drawn. Probably.
Yeah. The large shovel on the back wall.
Large shovel on the back wall. Oh, that is a large shovel. For snow? Mm-hmm. Okay. So they make it like a modern version of these things.
Yes.
Yeah. And all I can thinking is you have to be really strong unless it's a light snow. And this beautiful carriage here. Wow. Oh, and we have a belt down here. Any idea what that would have been?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I do know that this is These are the parts to a rope bed.
A rope bed is just
It's not set up currently, but it is a rope bed.
I have seen those. I was a tour guide a bazillion years ago at the Ethan Allen Homestead. There's a rope bed there. I take it that would have been in the house?
Yes.
This one here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. And this, any idea what this is?
It has something to do with thrashing.
Thrashing. That's something to do with wheat or something? Grain?
Yeah, with grain. 'Cause this, something like that.
Oh, yes. See, you went, yeah.
Breaking
Not
to
sure.
breaking it apart.
I wouldn't have known that. I have seen this before, and still, I was probably told what it was too, but
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it has to do with it, but anyway, it has something to do with it.
I am surprised though that I have not seen that small animal treadmill. That's surprising me here because Lincoln is a farming community too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
But you did have the horse-drawn one, the horse treadmill. And that was, go figure, I know, but yay. Wow, that's a big tub. Water tub.
Mm-hmm.
So for animals or taking a bath?
And just for collecting water,
Oh,
I think.
wow. And signage is so much fun too. So S.H. Buell's,
Was a gristmill.
a gristmill, okay. It's,
On the
it's,
Hayden River.
wow. Wow. And we have these really cool signs up here, folks, too. Pig roast, Danny Gore, Friday, Burnham Hall, Pauk roast. I don't know what is Pauk?
Where?
The
Oh, pork. Pork. Just pork roast.
it's a pork roast.
Yes.
Okay.
Just a funny way of saying it.
Okay. All right. And then they have this kibasi. When I was growing up, we called it kibasi.
Yeah.
But is it kibasi?
Yeah.
Okay, it is kibasi.
Yeah. My husband was half Polish. It's kielbasa.
Okay. And so,
Those were all money earning for for buying the property and establishing the buildings here.
and moving them. Yeah, moving ain't cheap.
No.
So, did the Historical Society pay for that? The town? Was it a...
The Historical Society did it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
May I ask how much it cost?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Before my time.
Looks like a fire axe. I only say that because it's red. It's red, but it may not be a fire axe. It just
No, it is a fire.
Oh, it is a fire axe.
Yes.
All right, so post and beam. So post, so there's the beam and there's the post, right?
Yeah.
I love when it's obvious. Wow.
And up there you can see an oxbow.
The yoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ox yoke.
Ox yoke. Wow.
Right.
It's so expensive to feed all the livestock.
Yeah.
Wow. But if you didn't have livestock, you'd be doing the work yourself. So,
Yeah.
wow. And
And horse, what are those? in that harness there.
The yoke?
I
No.
guess it's a yoke too.
So I take it people donate these implements, right?
Yes.
They just, so they clean out the barn, they clean out the family house and all that?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Can't even imagine having one of these things hanging out in your barn. Wow. Is there anything else in here you'd like to talk about or point out?
I think that's about it. I think we've pretty much covered what we've got for collection.
Wow. Well, this is Patricia, and I'm traveling for history. I'd like to thank Rhonda, who's been a predominant tour guide for the barn, and Lucinda for today's tour of the barn as part of the Lincoln Historical Society Museum's property. And it's been so fascinating, just so fascinating. So, and until I see you again, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day.